Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Saturday Snapshot. I hope you're doing great. I've had a great morning already. I decided to go downtown to Flagler and go running down there, and was able to watch the sunrise while running. So it was a great day. But I also know it's been a tough week. The Fourth of July, for many of us was a time in which, I know our family, we cooked, hamburgers and hot dogs and things, but then to turn on the news and to hear, of the shooting and just it once again, it causes us to just shake our heads and wonder what in the world is going on. There's been so much tragedy, so much, just disruption in the ways in which we have expected the world, at least our country, to operate, that it certainly is creating a lot of anxiety and worry for many people. And so I invite you to consider this question, can the church be an answer? Can the church be a place of hope and inspiration in times like these? And obviously, I'm asking that question kind of in a rhetorical way because I believe very much that to be the case. In fact, tomorrow, Pastor Phyllis will be sharing with us the sermon about being the story of the Good Samaritan and the question of who is my neighbor, and that question really resulted from one person wanting to justify themselves. And I think right now we're living in a time where we Christians, especially we Christians who gather at church on a regular basis, have to justify why the church is the hope of the world. When we as a church are doing what we're called to do, which is to love our neighbors, when we are a people who live in a spirit of gratitude, and I'll say, the spirit of gratitude begins with that question that David asked. When he looked up at the night sky and he saw the stars, and he said, out of all the stars and all the heavens, who am I that you, God, would pay so much attention to me? And when you're in that space and you realize how much you're loved and how much you're cherished, that puts you in a place of gratitude. And when you're living in a space of gratitude, when we are a church that's operating from a space of gratitude, that is what inspires us to take action into our community. And so I just want to lift up to you just a couple of ways in which we are trying to do that, where we want to be the hope and the inspiration of this community. And really, for us to transform a community, we have to have critical mass. And you build critical mass over time, right? You have to do intentional, consistent actions over time. And as you do that over and over, you become a source of trust. You become a source in which people can reach out to, and for us to do that, we have to have critical mass. And what I mean by critical mass is we've got to have lots of people, and to have lots of people, we've got to attract them. And so I want to let you know that on August 6th, we are going to have our back to school block party. That is one of those intentional activities where we want to attract a lot of people to the campus, and we're doing that by meeting a need. And a need, as we look at the economy, as we see prices of gas, slowly coming down, but the cost of milk and eggs and just the basic necessities of life continue to increase. Having backpacks and being able to meet that need is tremendous. And so, over last year, we had over 400 backpacks that we gave away. Probably had about 250 families on the campus. This year, we're hoping to have that same amount. We're adding, we're going to do a pet blessing on that day. We're hoping to have some of the playground equipment up if it's here in time. But just to be able to say to this community, hey, we're a church that cares. But for that to happen, we need you to be a part. You're part of that critical mass right now, and so you can either bring in school supplies. There was a link in the email for you to be able to purchase the school supplies through Amazon. We're going to have a backpacking pack party August 1st and 3rd. Again, more details are in the bulletin, but also on July 15th and 16th, from basically about 8:30 to 9 in the morning till noon. Lunch will be provided. We're going to be doing work on the campus, making sure that we've got the playground prepared for the equipment to come. We've got things all around the grounds that are available. So those are little things. When we do these little things, but they become accumulated together, they make a big impact in the community. And so this is another one of those events where it really does take all of us to be a part of that. And so I hope you'll do your part. And I also want to let you. So that's a local event, but we're also a global church. We have a school in Haiti that was devastated by the most recent hurricane last year, I believe it was. And Fritz has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes and out of his own pocket in trying to restore and rebuild that school. It's a school that this church has partnered with for many years. And so on July 30th, from 7 to 9, we'll be part of a benefit concert. There will be a dinner and a concert. The dinner will consist of barbecue chicken and the fixings that go with that. The cost for that meal is $25, and that includes the admission to the concert. But all those proceeds, all those funds, are to go to the school in Haiti and to continue in that rebuilding project. And so, I hope that you'll make an effort to come and be a part of that. If you're not able to come at that time, that maybe you'll make a special offering to the Haiti benefit, and that just will just be a great shot of the arm. And again, it's just another way in which we get to justify that we are a church that brings hope, and it brings safety and refuge to the world. And I also want to let you know, if you or a family member or a neighbor really is struggling mentally or emotionally, we have the Christian Counseling Center on our campus. We partner with them, and I just want to encourage you to take advantage of that resource to be able to reach out and set up an appointment with one of the counselors that make up that center. I also want you to know, again, whether it's you, a family member, or a neighbor, right now we have an NA group that meets on the campus, and in the future we'll have an ACOA, an Adult Children of Alcoholics group, that will be meeting. And if you know of other groups that would like to meet that are helping people with the mental and emotional needs, please let us know, and we'll see if we're able to accommodate those kinds of things. One last reminder or one last announcement I want to make for you as we bring this snapshot to a close is that our youth will be heading off to youth camp on Monday. I believe we've got 9 youth and 3 adults that are heading up there. And so I hope you'll just be in prayer for them, that this is truly a great week for all of the youth and the adults that are up there, that they experience God's presence and God's blessing in powerful ways, and then they come back ready to share how they were reminded that they were special and beloved of God. Hey, thanks for listening to this snapshot. I hope you are doing well, and I can't wait to worship with you tomorrow. Until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.